If the thought equals knowledge, does the mind connect to the thought come from the chitta or core being? Right. Please understand, three words you have used here. The core being, what we call, let us say, as the consciousness, awareness. What we call as the chittam is the memory, the thoughts of various kinds. All of them put together. The moment you close your eyes, you are with memory. No more you are with the present, right or wrong? The moment you close your eyes, the whole thing is in the chittam, the memory. Now, memories are in consciousness. Thought comes from the memories. Because like the clouds are playing in the space. The space doesn't cause the cloud. Understand? The clouds appear to disappear. Now when the thoughts are also, all your experiences put together, all impressions are there in you. Out of that, at random a thought comes. That is when you close your eyes, you can see for yourself. You might have experienced something yesterday, but when you close your eyes, what comes into your mind is 10 years or 20 years back an incident. So that thought comes from the storehouse, from the memory alone. And that memory is subtle, subtle body. You know, like there is a gross body, tangible. Subtle is the thoughts. Absolute is consciousness. That three level you must understand. We have no time for all that. If you are completely, you can analyze the whole thing. Gross is this one. Subtle is the thoughts. That is where you can understand. Yesterday I was reading the latest magazine, the Time magazine has brought on memory. Those of you who have read it, you can see that. Scientists are finding it tough for one reason. Many scientists think that the brain is the mind thing. The brain itself is the mind, which is not acceptable. You cannot stand to logic. Do you know why? Suppose the brain is mind, what will happen is, with the death of the body is destroyed, the hardware also will be destroyed. Right? This is the hardware. The whole brain also will be completely destroyed. Now, if with the brain, all your informations are gone, there shall be no survival after death. Two things you cannot explain. Number one is incarnation, reincarnation. Number two, child prodigy. A Beethoven, 4-year-old, 5-year-old starts playing. There can be a 7-year-old top mathematician, 10-year-old getting triples in Cambridge. So these children, precocious children, they didn't learn these things in the mother's womb. It comes as a samskar, impression from birth to birth. And also you see the differences, parents remaining the same, under the same house, same food, 4 different children go away 4 different ways. So these are all because of the samskar of the last lives. It comes with the child. So there is, you cannot explain that. If you say with the mind, with the brain, the person is completely destroyed, then how it is that, how this mind functions is like this. You have a radio or a television. A television set is there, a radio set is there. There is a transistor. The transistor receives the sound waves. The transistor itself is not the music, okay? The transistor itself is not the music. It receives the sound wave which is subtle. This is hardware. Body, minds, all body and the brain. It receives the thoughts. Subtle body is something which is not caught up in this body. Understand? It is something with that when the body passes, when the body dies, along with it you don't die. Two different things happens. If you read that book, Understanding Death, you can take it. I have explained it there. The gross body when it passes, 3 things happen. Number one, okay, I mean, it's a big topic, what to do. We shall see it in the camp, okay, but just a little bit, having started it. Suppose I am sleeping in your room, I am staying with your house, staying with you. I slept in that room. Next morning I didn't get up. You go and knock the door. No response. So you break it open. You see everywhere, I am not there. What shall you say? Ha, Swamiji left. When? I don't know. Now body is sleeping, you are resting. All the doors are closed. Every door is closed. No perception. So somebody, you didn't get up at 8 o'clock, somebody wakes you up. Your door of touch is everywhere. So anywhere you can be knocked. You don't have to be given massage from top to toe. Just anywhere you can be knocked. Suppose they knock you, there is no response from inside. They shake you up, pour water on you. There is no response. What will they say? Chala gaya, left. In whose presence the body was responding, in whose absence it doesn't respond, we call it the subtle body. The mind, there the mind, all these, so many things come there. In whose presence this body functions. That is what we call it in Sanskrit, bhoga ayatana, is a counter. Body doesn't enjoy, like a bank counter. You go at 9 o'clock, if the banker has not come, the counter will not function. You cannot do a transaction with the counter. Only if the counter clerk sits down, the transaction with the outside world begins. When a baby is born, sometimes stillborn, dead, stillborn. You put upside down and slap, still no response, dead. The fellow is dead. So that means the counter is born, the clerk has forgotten to enter. The subtle body has not come in. So that is the time, so that what we call as all the informations are in subtle body, not in the brain. I am not in the physical apparatus. This is instrumental, without which the mind also cannot express. So, like when I am speaking to, now I am speaking, the last person can hear. You don't, therefore, part this one, what is this? Microphone. This amplifies what this boy speaks. But this amplifier of the amplifier. The body also is an amplifier of the thought. So, if you see that aspect of it, you can see the thoughts are in consciousness, all put together known as the memory. So, when your thought comes, it comes from the memory. You can be conscious of every thought. Between, please see the beauty. Mahadeva, what a difference. You can't grasp it. Between your thought and thought, please watch out. This is why if you are contemplative, you can grasp. Between your thought and thought, there is no distance. A thought comes after a thought. What is the distance? No distance, no? But suppose first thought is about your childhood, second thought is about your 70th year. Physically, there is 70 years difference outside. First thought is about New Zealand, second thought is about London. Between the thought there is no distance, but between in physical body, the tremendous distance. Because thoughts appear in consciousness. There is no distance between thought and the consciousness. So in consciousness, timeless expanse. So thoughts of any time, any place can be existing. But the object of thought has their tremendous difference in time and space. So if you see yourself, the consciousness, you will be aware of every thought that comes in your mind. So you can function. The whole thing make a suggestion and function in life. It becomes beautiful. So your thoughts comes from the memories. Because you cannot think of something which you have not got in your memory. Try to think of something which you have never seen. It will not come. By chance it happens, understand, by chance it happens, it is because mind has the extraordinary capacity. That's why that book, The Knowable Unknown, I was telling you, can read that. Extraordinary capacity it has, like the Pearl Harbor bombing. No American soldier could believe that Pearl Harbor can be bombed. But the old lady comes and tells the soldiers who are taking food in the restaurant that this harbor is going to bomb tomorrow, where I have that vision. He had a dream. She had a dream. They all laughed at old hag. They laughed at her. Next day was real bombardment because they didn't know what to do. Sometimes you can, what they call as the precognition. It can happen, but don't rely on it. That is why if you are too much stuck on your dream, you'll be cuckoo. Because one dream may come true, but not all dreams. For God's sake, don't analyze it. You'll be wasting your time. Be realistic, for God's sake. Okay? So understand that thought.